What's up? What's up? It's Keenan. We're sitting out here at the RPM house on Jones Creek Road, Restoring Purpose Ministries. Sitting out here with Eric.
What's up?
I'm gonna talk to him a little bit about his story with RPM, what RPM means to him, what RPM means to the community. What's up, Eric? How you doing today, man?
Pretty good, man.
Good, good.
Talk to you, man.
Good, good. And just tell me a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what brought you to RPM.
It's a long story, but I grew up in Mexico City. I left my house when I was 11 years old, and I grew up in the streets and the games and drugs and all the crazy stuff the street life bring. And I ran like that until I was like 25, 24 years old, and then I come to America. Don't know nothing about regular life. I never really work like a labor work. I always hustle and live the street life.
Real street life. In Mexico, street life has to be different than the street life here, too, I assume. Huh?
Oh, yeah, way different. We don't have any help in the streets. When you're homeless, you sleep in the concrete floors. And when you're in a game, you're in a game. And when you say you're doing drugs, it means a lot.
A lot, yeah.
And when you say you're moving drugs, it means you're moving weight, heavy weight. And it's not just a little bit, it's all the way in on no.
A lot of cartel activity, huh? You get wrapped up with the wrong people, you could end up.
Yeah. The way I grew up, in my time, the cartel was not organized like it is now. So it's what it was like games. But yeah, you get connected, but you still be like a independent back in the time. And not like now. Now they own you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I hang out with a lot of guys that work for the cartel now, or the same people. The cartel used to kidnap people, kill people, or stuff like that. As the people I was hanging out, like big evil like people. And 17, I was in jail for kidnapping, intent of homicide, and gang related. And of course, since 13, juvenile detentions pretty much once a year, the least. But like I say, I was running in the street, so I got connected with high people. So I spent only 6 months in the big jail because my record was so long. They tried to apply the whole book on me, the law. They don't want to release me because they try to prevent a crazy dude to grow. And because the connections I got involved with, I got released in 6 months with clean record, like I never did nothing in my life, and move on in the ranks to doing like casing places, planning robberies, like big robberies, like earring places, cars, and stuff like that. And from that, I move on to moving weight from one corner to the other corner, connecting with the guys that grow and the guys that transport. And I move on from there to like human traffic when I was living in Chihuahua, Mexico, and just a crazy life. I can't get away from that. No matter where I was in the country, I always finish with the same people, different people with the same kind of mentality, same kind of way to live. Same style.
You said due to the connections you had made, I'd almost be willing to say that it was the main connection that had his hand on you the whole time, keeping you safe, keeping you moving forward.
Look, I will tell you like this. In that time, I don't believe at all in God. We was about like the holy day, you go to evil side, dark side, and I never understood that until now. I'm so close to die. I've been shot from here to the post and 3 or 4 times, and no, nothing happened to me. I've been fighting when guys shooting from the top of the roof, and I'm throwing rocks from the middle of the street. Never hit. Friend of mine, like beside me, like you are right now, we launch against other people. They start shooting. My friend just fell. Got shot right in the middle of the stomach, just right beside me. Many times I can say that I was lucky. But today I can tell you that God was really preparing my life for something different.
God had
You
bigger
know,
plans for you, definitely.
big time, big time.
Now you're here doing big things.
This is the plan.
This is the plan.
This is a plan. Like I say, going back a little bit, it's like I come to America when by accident. I don't need to come to America. Like I don't have to brag, but like I had whatever I need in my time, and never crossed my mind really. I try, yeah, like friends, and let's go see. We crossed to the Paso, nothing happened. Going back to Mexico and stuff like that, But never really want to come.
Mm-hmm.
And to one day I went to collect some debt, and the guy had no money, and his uncle was there, and he said, "I give you a working visa." What the heck is that? I don't know what working visa is. I had no passport in that time. I don't know. And I say, all right, I'll take it. If it's not working, I come back and collect. And he said, all right. So I went, applied for a passport. It's so close to Christmas. Everything but to close. They closed, I believe, the 17th of December. All the government and all the facilities, they closed and open until New Year, after New Year's. So I went, applied for a passport. I gave my passport the next day.
Oh, wow.
I went to apply for the visa. Went to the bank, pay, and apply for the visa, and then go to the embassy, they check and send me back to United States. I don't know nothing about America like regular life, I don't know the language. I don't know nobody. I come when people planting trees. I never work in my life, like I tell you,
Yeah.
I never work a labor work, and I had to work in a company planting trees. You had to plant 1,000 trees for $35. So you had to plant at least 2,000 trees a day to make $70.
Wow.
You had to pay transportation, you had to pay taxes, plus you had to pay hotel and your food. So really was no like making money, you know what I mean? But for some reason, man, I stay.
Yeah.
I stay, and I feel old in that time. Like I'm in my 20s, my middle 20s, and I feel like I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been running since I'm 11 years old, and I'm tired. Like, I don't know what else to look for. I see it all, but I never experienced a life where come home, had a hot meal, somebody to welcome you, and stuff like that. I never knew what is this life. Until I met my wife 2 years later after I come to America, and we fell in love. I got married, and I work in sandblasting and painting water towers. I still in the craziness when I met her, but I was looking for something that I can't find.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she's a good Christian woman, and she invited me to go. No, I invited to go out. I want to take her out that Wednesday, and she's like, it's Wednesday, I had to go to church. And I was like, dude, I go with you, not because I want to look good, but I'm looking for something. I don't know what it is. And I don't know what else to look for.
Yeah.
So let's go. I went, and that's crazy, man. The preacher is talking straight to me. Like whatever he's saying, it's like he's reading my book. I have no clue how this can be possible. I don't understand it. But something started breaking in my heart, and I started diving in and God and the church and all these things. I quit my job. I quit drugs and alcohol. I left everything, and I learned a new life.
Man.
For first time in my life, I can come home. I cannot sleep in the same bed. I live in life. A life that I never know it be possible or exist into that time. And I was good for 12 years. 12 years, it was the best time in my life in that 12 years. And I hurt my back.
Mm.
I hurt my back in work, and they prescribed me some pain pills.
Mm.
I did so many drugs in my time in my country, but I never really messed with pain pills. And to that day, they prescribed me one every 6 hours.
Mm.
I took two.
Yeah.
And I can tell you to this day what I was doing when the medication started running through my body. And from that point on, it's like something wake up again on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I take 90 pills in 3 days, and I was gone. I was gone. I don't care nothing else. I just wanted more. And the same hustle guy from the streets wake up, and now I'm popping 30 pills daily. I'm not getting high no more. I just detoxing every hour. I'm getting sick. I want to throw up. I had to have it. I had to have it to the point that I do whatever it takes to get it. So I buy pills from people that not take the medication. So I buy the prescription. I buy in the streets. I go back full blown into the street life again.
Mm.
Throw everything I love in the trash can. Don't care. Medication was no good no more. Then I don't get high. I get sick. So I start taking Xanaxes. I start smoking crack, smoking weed. I start going deep again. They come home. I come home one day and they sit down with me and they say, you need help.
Yeah.
You need to go to treatment. And to that point, I don't understand what addiction is. I don't understand that I'm an addict. I just had a problem with the rest of the drugs. I just want to leave the drugs alone and just take what the doctor prescribed.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think that's going to be the thing that will fix my life. And I went to treatment, 2 weeks in treatment, and I want to run the show. I want to cancel the cancels. I want to control everything.
Yeah.
And amid this counsel, he was really good. He understood me, where I come from, and how I was. That he spoke to me like nobody was able to talk to me. Like he saw through me.
Yeah.
And I was able to be honest with this guy. And crazy thing, a week later he relapsed. After 13 years via cancer. So anyway, I got out from treatment, understand that I had a problem, and that I had to go to meetings, do AA, and I stay in sober living in Lafayette. I did sober living at the AOP, and I was doing so good. I come back home, and I did good for a year and 1 month. My wife's uncle passed in Texas, and we went to help clean the house and everything. I opened a drawer, and there's a pain pill bottle in there. I had no issues. I can tell you, I was a struggle. I was fighting my inside. I had problems. No, everything was going perfect. My hand just went straight to the bottle, opened it, and popped.
Yeah.
After I took it, I realized like what I just did. But then it's too late. I said, soon I finish this bottle, I'm going home. Nobody need to know. I continue going to my meetings. I continue doing the right thing, and everything is gonna be all right. It's the way it's gonna be. We got home and detoxing again. So I'm driving around in the neighborhood, in the ghetto neighborhood, and I thinking to myself, I need something to pick me up. And I go buy me. I have like $40 in cash with me, and I said, I just buy me some blow and help me calm down, and I will be okay. And $100, I can find no blow, so I find crack. $100 later, after the 40, I'm in a freaking hotel room smoking crack. And they took me back again to craziness. Went back to rehab. After 6 months, went back to rehab. Stay 30 days. Went to AOP and all this stuff. And meeting when I cancel also. But I just know one, this thing that wake up in my head is still running. And I just don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I just want that my wife leave me alone.
Yeah.
So I started a construction business and roofing. And the whole plan was like every check, everything goes straight to the accounts, and I don't carry no cash and stuff like that. But people start asking if I know somebody can do sheetrock or can paint. And it's like, yeah, no, I pay cash. So next time you know, I'm walking around with $3,000-$4,000 cash in my pocket. And this is the time where I've been low, down. But that time, this last time, I was in the very low side.
Yeah.
Sit down with my wife one day. Let me back up a little bit. I started using needles again. I using everything, crack, speed, blow, weed, pills, everything. And once, I can't stop. I'm running around with 8 pipes in my hand, 4 or 5 needles, chunks of drugs, a lot of drugs, and spending $800 to $1,000 a day.
Ooh.
One night I sit down with my wife in the living room, and she's like, "Dude, you need to choose. Or you choose that, or you choose a house." Crazy me? I choose that. I got up, walk out of the house, straight to the hotel room, and I go to a bench for freaking, I don't know, a week or something like that, with no stop. Day and night, no stop. But the last night that I spent in the craziness, I'm in a hotel room. But 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm out. I had nothing else to use. I still had money. I just don't have drugs. I don't want to drive because in my head it's like, if I get out right now, they go pull me over and I go be in jail.
Yeah.
So I stay 3 o'clock in the morning like this, and I just pet in myself and I feel my bones. And I say, man, I'm dying alone. Something the years before, when I hear God for first time, he called me like this. The first time I hear God's voice, and in the top of the water tower, we had a hangover, and this voice in my head say it like this: "What you doing? How you wanna finish?" And for first time, I see like the life of all the people that I grew up with, in that times, they're in the 40s, 50s, and 17, 16. And they're talking about the past life when they was in the 20s, all the money they got, all the girls, all the stuff they see. But in that time, when they sharing their stories, they're using alcoholics living in a small little room, lonely, divorced, and their picture running through my brain, and it's like, that you want to finish like that. And I say, no, I don't want to finish like that. Come with me. And a week after that, I met my wife. So that night in the hotel room, I'm dying the same way I would say, I don't want to die. Alone, with no family, an addict, alone. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I need to stop. I need help. Like for first time, I knew I need help, like for me. So nevertheless, as sun come home, I went get high again. And the drug dealer told me like this, I'm in his house. This dude cook for me and give me everything I need.
Mm-hmm.
And I can stay in his home and get high all I want to. I have no problem. He looked at me and said, dude, let me tell you something, not take it the wrong way, man. You need to take a break. You go die.
Mm.
They click something because it's like, dude, you're making money with me a lot.
Yeah.
And you telling me to stop? I went home, I called my wife and I say, I need help. I really need help. So it's like we come home. So I come home, went to rehab again, 2 weeks in rehab. I already know everything. I talking to everybody like, dude, I got this, I know. I just need to go back out because I had bills to pay, I had things to do, I had work and all this, all that stuff the man's supposed to be do when you don't care when you're high. You don't give a crap about that.
That's right.
In the moment you wanna do it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, dude, I wanna go. I need to go. It's like no, call home and it's like, you have no home. So I'm talking with the counselor and she say like this, Mr. Escorcia, you are chronic relapsing and you need a long treatment. Like 3 months the least. It's like, golly, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So she talked to my wife and I talked to her and it's like, well, there's different places. So it's one in New Mexico where you use horses and therapy and massage and all that. I say, man, this is a place. This is where I want to go. Why look at it? It's like, it's $1,000 a day. You don't have no money either. Like, gosh. So they come with this, Homo Grace. I never heard Homo Grace. It's 3 months. It's like, what else I do, you know? I still stubborn and I still in my craziness mind that I'm going back to Mexico. I don't scare. I walk.
Yeah.
Because I asked for my truck. She said, no, you had no truck either. So I said, man, I walk. If I had to walk, I walk. It's not the first time I be with nothing. They don't scare me. But for some reason, it's like half of my brain or my heart is like, I can say this, God pushing me to go.
Yeah.
You know, pushing me that way. And I want to refuse to go. But I say, all right, let's do this. So I went, Homo Grace. First week in Homo Grace, it's a full gospel, you know, it's Christian base.
Yeah.
So first week, everybody get COVID. Everybody is sick. So they shut it down. They send everybody home. The people that's from there, from jail, they send them back to jail. And I'm doing the right thing. You know, I already decided to go to this place. I went to rehab. I'm going to this place. I'm good, you know, so I call home. I can go back home right now. Call home and wife say, no home. So what I do, I go to Mexico again. That's the first thing pop in my head. So she started looking, and there's no place in Louisiana or in the area they want to take me in because everybody had COVID.
Yeah.
So this is 21. And like, no, we can take it. No, we don't have the place to take it and stuff like that. So long story short, I finished in Michigan. Supposed to be for 2 weeks. I stayed there for the whole month. come back down to Mississippi to Home of Grace, and I had to be isolated. I had to put in a small room for 3 days before they released me uh, to the people, to the group. And the only thing I got is a table, a bed, a chair, and a Bible. What you do?
Read the Bible.
It's all I got.
Yeah.
And sit down and I start open the Bible, and I just broke down. I just broke down and I say this. I say, God, look, man, I'm done. I'm done running. I feel guilt. I feel shame. I don't know who I am at that point. I don't know what I've been doing, and I don't even know where I go when all the craziness that I create. And I surrender. I surrender, God. I do whatever you want me to do, and I go wherever you want me to go. I'm done. And things start shifting in my mind. The way to see things, this hungry for God's presence start get bigger, bigger. And I start going deep in the Word of God. I start reading. I start worshiping. I participate in every class. I can't stop. So I start fasting. I start fasting for 3 days. It's in a weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No classes. So for me, it's like I can be doing my thing and nobody even had to know, And I fast Friday, I fast Saturday. Sunday, we finished church. And they had a creek that running around Home of Grace in the back. So I went to the creek, walking by myself, and I'm praying, I'm praying, and I say, God, wherever you want me to go, I go. But use me. I can't go back in my old life, and I can't do what I've been doing because I destroy everything I realize. I destroy everything. Everything that I love and that I care about it is the things that destroy the most. So but you have to be you. I can't do it on my own because I know myself. I like to manipulate things. I like to make things to fit. And if it's not fit, I have to make the way to go around to make it fit. Yeah. And I'm done with this life. So I'm praying. I feel God's presence so strong that I'm in the middle of the creek, kneel, and God just spoke to me, man. It's like this. Do you really want to come? Yes, Lord. But do you really want to come? I said, yes, God. But do you really want to come? I said, yes, God. And next words kind of breaking me because the next words say, I wish you say no. And I said, why, Lord? Why? Because it will cost you everything you are, everything you believe, and everything you decide. It will cost you everything if you want to do my will. In that moment, I say, I don't care. I will. I will bring you to a place when I will use you to raise a nation that nobody believes they can come a nation. I will bring you to a place you can even dream or imagine that can be possible. Oh man, my heart was breaking, bro. My eyes, my soul, my everything wanna be consumed by His presence in that moment. I say, I go. Set the appointment and let's see what happened, So I talked to these people on the phone and pretty cool people, Yeah, we had a bed, like it was no resistance, no nothing, just come straight up. call home and I say I had a place, Baton Rouge, RPM. Don't know what it means, but it's RPM. So, okay. So then November the 5th, 2021, they dropped me over there in Sigan in RPM. And I was really uncomfortable. And the time we just had, RPM just had sober living houses. So you had to find your job, you had to attend so many minutes a day and just do your thing and stay sober, bro.
Yeah.
But God continued pushing me in, and was this guy in that time that was running when Pastor Chad helping the, RPM, and we're driving one day, and I say, dude, we need more. We need more things in here. We need to make it more reachable for the souls and the men to transform their lives, because after I got home or RPM, I never back up of God. I keep on digging, and at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up doing my devotional, praying, and God start putting this compassion for the addicts. You know, they start put this hungry in my heart, and he start showing me how can bring a restoration for the addiction, because I start really notice this the addiction, the recovery part, the going to rehab part is not the end, finish and just go back to your business.
Right.
It's more. So as he started showing me these things where a lot of people like myself, we coming for dysfunctional families that we never had the opportunity to be raised with values. You know, we never had values to be raised. We just run to take what we want and be what we can. You know what I mean? So they start put me this hungry and this compassion for I dive all the way in, you know. And then I met Pastor Chad and I started hearing his story, you know, how he just had this hungry too for people, you know, and compassion for, so everything start taking place, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, it was times that we had two houses and this thing was not moving at all. And I was like, Travis friend of Pastor Chad come aboard. He come with the idea to find work for the people and make like a whole program. And we kind of click and make RPN what it is, where we start be now, like more as a program to help develop not just recovery, but life.
Life, yeah.
You know, where they can not just be sober, but really learn the skills of fatherhood or manhood or be a nice person, be a neighbor, dream back again, you know, like goals in life. Like you can achieve anything you want to, but you have to know who you are to achieve what you want to.
Yeah.
And another thing is like, dude, the brain can go to places that the brain never be before.
That's right.
So if you are stuck in the same mentality that before, you don't want to change nothing, how you act, how you respond, how you receive things, you always go be acting the same way. And when something go wrong, your brain immediately go to find the solutions.
Yeah.
You know, so it's how this hungry begin and this vision start taking place in RPM, and like how really start unfold and it's been a bumpy road. So, and I think it's gonna be all the way to the end of times.
That's right.
Because we know deal with people that's so common.
Yeah.
You know, some people they went to school, graduate, had a nice family, and all that. We deal with really people that we've been a step over and over and be betrayed and be hurt and be pushed away and we believe it so much that it's what we think that we are. And of course, there's so many character defects. Of course, there's so many pull and push,
That's
to
right.
achieve that. But the reward is great, man.
It is great.
When you see somebody, they start getting close to the family. When you see somebody, the kids now talking to it. When you see somebody, they say, dude, I need to make amends with my father or with my mother because I've been treating it so bad. That brings so much joy. You say, man, yeah, I was bumpy last week, but today is amazing.
That's
what
right.
I mean?
That's right.
So that's what.
And I know you've talked about, how your wife, those multiple times she told you that there's no home. But I know you live on the property now in a little house that you helped to renovate. And who lives with you in that house?
Now my wife and my kids live with
Praise
me.
God.
It's been 3 long years before this happened, and we're still working in a marriage. That's another completely different subject, but we believe we can achieve that in RPM, not just helping go back home, but be able to work in your marriage and work in a complete transformation. Something that my wife told me one day is like this. Yeah, you've been doing so good in your recovery from addiction, but I feel like you've not been doing nothing in your recovery for your marriage. That clicks, man. That clicks because she took the work and bring it back into the same level that I see addiction. Because for me, addiction and the solution and what I had to do to make myself better was right here. And thinking marriage automatically go come and click.
Yeah.
But no, because we damage so much the people that trust us, the people that love them, that love us the most, is the one we destroy the most, So yeah, we had all this help right now, but they don't.
Yeah.
They know we got councils, we had meetings, we had sponsors, mentors, if you want one, and all the stuff that's there for you to grow and change. They don't have that.
They're still living with the pain that was caused to them, with all the hurt.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now I'm learning in this time in my life how to rebuild not just trust, but how to help to rebuild the confidence and also get it out of the place I put my wife into through all this and bring her out of there with me so we can move forward together and dream back together and have goals together and we can achieve something together, because I cannot do it on my own. And it's no matter where you are. For me, Macau is here in the addiction world.
Yeah.
But for some guys, maybe the cow be business, or the cow be school, or lawyer, or teacher, or just a truck driver, whatever it is. But if the other half is not connected with the person and dream and push together, it will sink.
Yeah.
It will sink.
Yeah. So RPM, Restoring Purpose Ministries, has a goal of not only getting the addict back into a purposeful life, but getting their family to living that purposeful life with them.
Yeah, of course, because we believe that to change a generation in this day, it's no work for one person. It's a work of team. It's a teamwork. And for you, when I say a generation, I'm talking about like me and my wife and my kid, and whatever I present to my kid is what she will do and what she was expecting of life. It's how we got here because our generations behind is so messed up. It's what we learn.
Yeah.
And so many around here like this in every part of the country and the world. So when you bringing together and helping rise together and find healing, then they can raise their generation, the kids, the grandkids, the great-grandkids, bring them back to the place of completely
That's right.
transformation and blessings from God.
Breaking those generational curses.
Correct,
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, I know I appreciate you sitting down with me. I know all the guys in the house appreciate you. I know you're making a difference. And I just want to pray that you keep moving forward.
Thank
That
you.
the Lord keeps moving in your life. That your marriage keeps getting stronger and stronger. And that the ministry just grows exponentially, man, more than we could ever imagine.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Man.
It means a lot.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.